See,
Get my chat up so you can see my chat. I'm live now.
that's what I was waiting for. There it is.
Oh mate,
It doesn't say you're live yet.
I am live now. Let's sort this fucking chair out.
Oh, fuck's sake, I'm on my... I don't want it on my phone. My head is about to explode. I'm about to explode and blow my own head off.
Yeah,
You see
it's
her on the
getting nice and
webcam?
comfy. Put my mic here in front of my face. Get that nice clean sound.
Oh.
Do
Right,
do 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 do.
don't. Where's the... Right, here we go. Just chatting. I don't really want to listen to myself. Now I can't hear.
Oh, it's champion.
Yeah, you can. Yeah,
Champions in the building. What's up, champ? The legends both in one place. You damn straight. So, you got to mute my stream though, Mark, because I can hear it. So it kind of annoys me that the mic's in the way. I'll try to do this. So, what the idea is for today's stream, like the title says, is just to talk about life. So we're just gonna have a chat. We're just gonna, talk to you guys. We'll talk about life experiences. We'll talk about shit we got up to. Pretty much story time. Yeah, story time. We're just having a chat. Get to know each other. You guys can get to know us a bit better. A lot of you haven't met my brother before, so
What do you mean get to know each other? I already know you, little fucker.
no, get to know. We get to know them. I know you know me. That's good to hear, champ.
Where's Champ? Where you gone? I'll put you on a full screen thing in a minute. Hold on.
I wish you were on Twitch because I can watch it and do other shit. You fuck. So I'm gonna go watch Mark's instead. That's fine. Same thing, it really.
Who said that?
Hollow.
Champ.
What's the difference between Twitch then? It's because you can have it open on your phone and do other stuff at the same time.
Champion just said, I've got to remind you when you shat your pants.
When I shat my pants,
Yeah. I don't know when
I've shat my pants loads of times. Which time?
I actually know.
Let me get your chat up as well.
I got you on it.
Okay. I don't know. I could talk about a time I shat my pants. So, we have it windowed on mobile. Every time. Okay, here we go. So, the first one that comes to mind, right? I had a friend called Ryan, right? And every single time that we farted, we'd be talking over at the time Skype, and I'd put my ass to the camera and then I'd fart, right? And one day I follow through. I put my ass to the camera and then I shat myself. So yeah, that was one time.
See, can't you? The time Hollow dissed you and you shat yourself. Excuse me.
The time Hollow dissed you and you pooped.
I don't know what that
So you're saying I shat myself so not actually shat myself. You're saying when Hollow dissed me and I shat myself.
It's like some, whatever it is, I don't know.
I don't know. He's talking rubbish.
And Hollow?
So I was actually talking to Clarissa today about some shit. I was talking about when Mum opened the market, and she said, "What stuff did you sell?" And I started going through the stuff, but I can't really remember too much. We used to sell.
Shit. That's what we used to sell. Shit. Absolute shit.
That's what Clarissa said. I say don't cuss my mum's market out. It was we used to sell incense, electric pens, the little like the hands, the little sticky hands that we used,
Hand,
that we used to fight each other with.
Not me.
Else?
I don't shoot myself.
Come on now, you never shot yourself ever.
No. Well, I'm not going into all that stuff. I hate it. I hate talking about that.
It's happened to me loads of times.
What do you mean? You can't hear me? Can you not hear my voice?
I
This happens all the time.
They can hear you on my stream.
Hollow can't hear me. Wait, I can't hear Mark in his stream, I don't think.
I'm confused. It's in your stream.
Yeah, on my stream, yeah. Apparently.
In your stream.
Yeah, on my stream, yeah. Apparently.
No, I can hear you on your stream. Feels like it's coming out the left ear though.
My Laura says she can hear me. It's only coming out the left ear.
I think so. Have you only got one fucking earphone in your right ears, guys?
Only got one fucking
Speak
earphone
again.
in your right ears, guys.
Yeah, Thingy said that. What's his name? One said that the other day.
Thingy said that.
Yeah, it's only coming out the left ear.
Why?
So you probably need to go on your properties on the mic on Streamlabs and not on the mic. Sorry, it's the on your mixer on the right, just above. If you look at the little bar that you can move up and down on the audios, just above that there's a little cog. If you click that, it opens advanced audio settings. What you want to do is down mix to mono. Down mix your mic to mono, and then it should fix it, I think.
Where did you get that from?
Where did I get it from?
Yeah, where did you get that from? Cog.
The cog that's in the top right. You see where it says mixer?
Yeah, I've got that bit.
Yeah, on the right. You click that cog.
Ah, yeah. Here. Dead now. I can't hear you now.
You can't hear me. I ain't talking.
Oh, yeah, I can now. Is that better?
Did you click down mix to mono?
Yeah. Apparently it's coming out of 2 channels, it says here. Apparently it's coming out
it's working now. It's working.
A load of bollocks.
Right, now we fixed that.
Yeah. So, anyway, let's answer Champion. Champion. Rules with copyright on YouTube is you can do it, but you can't monetize it. If it's so bad, they block it altogether, ban it.
Yeah.
But majority of the time, they don't.
Yeah, they'll just copyright it, take the money that the video makes, and that's it. So sometimes the shit just gets blocked worldwide, though. Depends.
Hollow must have just had one-sided headphones or something.
He said he's in his car. I don't know.
Is he?
Yeah, I don't know. But I was talking today about when Mum worked in Cafe Quattro, and I used to go there in the mornings and get a chocolate napolitanas. There was one that was like chocolate and white chocolate, and like half and half. It was fucking good. Is there anything that you miss from Spain, like food-wise?
Like me?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Really?
Yeah, no. Nothing, no. Because pork sandwiches I can make here.
Yeah. Pork sandwiches are banging.
And that's basically it. This is a loncha, isn't it? La loncha.
Lomo fresco.
Yeah, lomo fresco with mayonnaise. Always tastes like apples and stuff. It's fucking nice. DK, in your opinion, what is the favourite song you've made?
I don't fucking know.
Oh, hold on a sec. Makes sense though, because when I own vocals in mixes, really far they are super quiet in my car speakers. So maybe that's an issue with them. It might be your sound, yeah. I didn't know. I thought my microphones was coming out of two channels. But I cleaned my computer off. So obviously you have new drivers, new this, everything's new. And I obviously forgot to do that. And then one told me about it a couple of days ago when I was doing stuff. He said, it's only come out of one speaker. So I tried to, but I forgot about that mix to mono because
Yeah, it's an easy
this
fix.
M audio box works as mono, not stereo.
Hello, Darren, mate. How you doing?
What's he doing there? What's Darren doing there?
He said hello, DK, and hello, Mark.
Give him a little flyby, mate.
The favourite song that I've made is I think artistically I like Pain, and Game of Flows is probably my favourite collab I've ever done.
Or I might do Hollow.
That's
one
about
day.
it. I don't
Right
really know.
now, I'll tell you a story, right? So basically, my uncle he's like a father to me. He's so close, right? So my uncle, he went in the 80s. He went to Los Angeles. He come back with NWA, with Public Enemy, all this stuff, and I got into that rap, gangster rap, all that shit, right? So my uncle come with all this stuff, and then as I got into house, 1991. Right up, I got into house.
Hello, Samantha.
You what?
I was just saying hello to someone in the chat. I was trying to say it quietly to not interrupt you.
Yeah, no. Anyway, so I got into house, and in that, I've been picking up like little bits and pieces now, because my uncle died. It's made me want to go back and like remix it and do shit just for like his honor, basically. So now I'm getting into music again. I might well like start making little songs and stuff. I don't know. Depends how I feel. But anyway, might be long-winded. Sorry, it was a bit bullshit, but that's the reason I am doing what I'm doing at the moment. I'm changing.
Yeah, I think it's you know, if you ain't feeling it, then you don't do it, innit? And that's it. Just do what you enjoy doing. That's the most important. My favourite song of yours is the new one, So Alone. Oh, okay, that's good. It's good that I'm still making music that people like as much as my old shit, because that's a battle of like, are people gonna like my new shit as much as my old shit? Like, that's
I got something to moan about that.
About what?
So Alone. You was the one featuring on it, weren't you?
No, it was my song.
Oh. Well, in my opinion, you was.
Why?
Because he had more of a shit than you did.
Yeah, it's one, because laziness, and two, you know, I just wanted to make a good song. As long as it's a good song, it don't matter. Do you know what I mean? As long as people like it.
It's like, yeah, well, obviously, but it's like if you've got a burger, right, and someone drowns it with tomato ketchup, and then they say, oh, you're going to have some ketchup with that burger, or you're going to have some burger with that ketchup. And then it's like you featured on your own song, really.
I don't mind.
Because you didn't do enough of it. In my opinion, that's what I say to that.
Yeah, I just kind of, I don't know, like, I was going to do a longer verse, but I couldn't be bothered. I just felt happy ending it there. It had like a little bridge on it that I did, but I weren't too keen on it. And Clarissa said, get rid of it. Write another 8 bars or whatever. And I said, nah, I can't be bothered. And I was like, whatever, I'll just get rid of it.
Should have done something more to it, because obviously it's your song. You should have, like, for example, when they say featuring Nate Dogg like has a chorus or he has a hook or he has a verse, one verse that's featuring, and then they have 2, like Exhibit, for example.
Yeah, but I mean, like Colo said, I put it all together.
Yeah,
like,
but he's still
choosing the beat, putting the artist on it, like.
No, I get that, but you still should have had a bit more to it.
Yeah, I should have. I just wanted to get it finished. I mean, just put it out. Like I said, as long as people like it, That's all that matters. And it's not like my verse is really fucking short. Like, it's a long enough verse because the verse was really fucking long. It was like a 32 bar verse or some shit. So like, normally, I don't even know how long it is, but regardless, anyway, my verse weren't that short. It was a decent length. It was just his verse was a lot longer.
Exactly. That's what I'm getting at. It doesn't matter how long you were. It's just that it appeared to me that he had more, which he did. He had a verse, plus he had 2 hooks, I think.
No, Damon did the hook.
Oh, so it's different.
Yeah.
I thought it was the same person.
No, Damon did the hook, and then the
Forget
Real Young
everything I just
Swag
said
did
then.
the verse.
Yeah, we'll forget about that whole 10 minutes of conversation because it's bullshit.
Okay, all right. Now I understand. So you thought it was like the whole song was him, and then I just had a tiny little verse on it. Okay, that makes sense. Because I was gonna say his verse is a bit longer than my verse, but it's not like that. Yeah, that makes sense. What's up, Jareen? How you doing, mate?
I just thought it was you. No. Him versus chorus, you, and then you had a verse.
Nah, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that.
No, that's
like,
what I thought it was.
if somebody has like if somebody does the hook and the verse, it's their song, isn't it? Like,
I don't really read it. I just listen to it. So I listened to it the other day.
Has anybody got any questions? Anything that you'd like to know? So for anybody who's just tuned in, we're talking with my brother Mark. He's my oldest brother. He's the reason why I got into rap in the first place.
Oldest brother, only brother, really.
You're not though, are you? Well, only brother.
Yeah, well, the others ain't. Well, other. Fucking shit, brother.
I got 2 brothers apart from Mark, so I got 3 brothers in total, and I got 1 sister.
How about your little brother?
Yeah, 3 brothers. You, David, and my little brother.
You said 2. Yeah, little brother. Little brother's your little brother, though.
Yeah, I mean he's getting old now, isn't he? What was
When did I see him? He must have been about 10 when I see him.
I think he's 12 now. I think.
I only died a couple of years ago, didn't he?
Has it been a couple of years since he only died already?
Yeah. April.
What's this?
What did that say?
I had to accept it for some reason because it said kill you. It made me accept it.
I don't get why it does that.
Well, because it could be like you know.
What? Someone said that. I'd rip the fucking head off. I shouldn't. Though. I shouldn't argue with people. I do though. I argue with people quite a lot. Who's your favourite rapper?
You don't really know any YouTube rappers, to be honest. What YouTube rappers do you know?
Who?
You.
Me or you?
You.
I don't know YouTube rappers. No.
Well, you know some of them because of me.
Yeah,
so
but I like. Oh, can't think of his name.
Was he
the one that was on that Cypher? Who's that geezer?
Which Cypher? The one I was on?
Yeah. With Crip Cypher. The star in it, really.
He was like the star of it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Who do you think was the star of it?
The most views and stuff, subscribers. Him.
Mac Lethal.
Him, yeah.
Oh, you like Mac Lethal? Who's better, Damon Gray or Hollow? At what? Making beats, Damon. At being an artist, Hollow. Obviously, Damon isn't really an artist. He sang on like one song. That's it. Like I think it's actually the first song he's ever put out. And the only reason that he was on that song is because he made the beat and then he was like, let me, you know, I feel this. Let me put a hook on it, and then he sang a little hook on it, and he sent it to me. I was like, I really like it, and I was like, let me have it, and I'll make it into a song. Mark just totally declined me. I'm gonna get Owen to destroy you. Get declined, bitch.
What did he decline? I never really.
Oh, making beats. Hollow doesn't make beats. I think he's
Look,
made one beat and it wasn't good at all.
Dad, I listen to a lot of people, right? I listen to stuff, and I don't necessarily know the artist. Has he just like? Have you muted me? Is that what I can't hear you or can't hear you?
No, I'm just not talking. Why? I'm not going to talk at the same time as you, am I?
No, because it's delayed. Right. I like a lot of people, different people, and I listen to stuff. I don't necessarily know the name of people always. It's the problem with this shit. See, I'm going through a lot of songs from 1991 and stuff. I don't remember what they're called. I don't know the artist. So I have to listen to the song, and then it's like, oh yeah, I like that, and I'm like that with a lot of stuff. I might listen to something from Eminem, and I don't know it's Eminem singing it. You understand? I'm like that with a lot of stuff. So if I listen to someone, who's that thing I'm listening to at the moment? It's that NPR, I think it is.
I don't even know who that is.
They do like a desktop office concerts. Have you seen it?
I've seen like something like it, but I'm not sure if we're talking about the same thing.
I'll show you what I mean on this thing.
I'm pretty sure that I know what you're talking about. I've seen Tech Nine did one, and T-Pain did one.
Yeah, it's the NPR. Let me see. NPR Tiny Desk. There.
Yeah, Tiny Desk. Yeah, yeah, it is what I was
They
know
do
about.
loads of concerts like this.
Yeah.
Harry Styles and that
Yeah.
kid who killed himself, and like, you know, all that stuff. And that I watch a lot of people on there, and I think, oh mate, they're really good. There was one that was, oh, what's it called? It's a girl from New York. She was really good. She's a different style of rap, see, but I don't know her name. She's a black girl and really quite young.
From New York.
Really good.
God knows. Yeah, it's. I mean, not really narrowing it down much.
I can find her.
I don't know who you're on about.
One second, I'll
It
find
doesn't
her.
matter anyway. Ouch. You have any opinion, critique of my stuff if you've heard anything? I don't know what Mark's heard of yours, to be honest. What have you heard of Hollows?
I don't know.
My
again, it's
my EP, the Supernova EP. You heard some of that, right?
yeah, but like I say, I listen to stuff. I listen to loads of stuff. I don't really know. I'll have to look at it. Well, how you doing, Darren? Anyway, sorry, mate. I didn't know you was talking to me on there. I weren't. I'm not. I've not really got it on there. I never had to chat on there. I'll have to have a look.
What are you doing? Why do you keep putting your feet on me?
Join me 26-0. He asked me earlier if I was streaming. He hadn't even come in it. He's always in it. It's like a carpet.
Is that what you want?
I listen to loads of stuff. I'm sure, like, have you made songs with one as well, Jose?
No, I haven't made a song with one.
I don't know. I'll have to look.
I think you heard some of the Supernova EP, but that's about it. I don't even know if you listened to the whole thing. I think I might have just showed you like a bit of it, like
You ain't showing me shit. I'll just look.
no,
What happened with the
I did.
camera?
I turned it off for a minute because Clarissa wanted to leave. She's fucking me about. Hello, chillin', mate. How are you doing? So,
Yeah, you will be, mate, in a minute. Don't worry. He'll be here. Oh, he's like a carpet, I told you.
What do you mean he's like a carpet?
Always here.
You've
always got a carpet. No matter where you are, you've always got a carpet. There's Zoe. Like the one from, what's it called? The Bad Santa. How you doing, Darren?
What, Bad Santa himself?
No, the kid.
Oh yeah. You fix you some sandwiches. You fix
him.
some fucking sandwiches, kid.
He comes in and he says exactly the same thing. How's your day going? Always.
Can I fix you some sandwiches? What is it? You been fixing fucking sandwiches, kid? Shit. I love it when the kid jumps on his feet and he goes, watch your toenails, kid. Shit. That bit fucking does me, and it's just the way he says it. It just makes me laugh. And when the kid sneezes chocolate all over him, that bit made me laugh as well.
Yeah.
That's a good film, man.
It's like one of them things, isn't it? It's not supposed to be funny, but it is.
Yeah. Today I was watching this TikTok of these two geezers opening this fish. It's like a tin of fish, but it fucking stinks. Like I don't know what type of fish it is, but like this fish like really stinks. Like it will stink out like the whole house. And these two geezers are opening it up, and they're both going like the whole time, just heaving. I found it so funny. It was the first thing in the morning. I just woke up. I was cracking up watching it. A hot tub. What's Champion on about?
He's on about me getting my boobs out in a hot tub.
Okay. Bit weird.
No, that chat thing.
What are you on about?
You know when they're in the hot tub.
Oh, okay. Like the Twitch streamers. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, now I understand the context now. I was just taking it literally. Didn't know what the fuck you was on about.
Oh, a fucking hot tub. I want a hot tub.
You just need to get a paddling pool.
I had a paddling pool.
That's
the cat's killed it.
You just get a paddling pool, and then you put a bikini on, and there we go. You're now a female Twitch streamer.
Yeah, Champion. You are always here.
Champion's in everybody's streams. Every time I fucking pop in the stream, he's there. I'm like, oh fuck, Champion's here. Fuck's sake. He's like, hello.
Why are you like that?
I'm just joking.
He makes me laugh. He comes in and he just comes out, but he's like one-liners. Bar of the day, he goes. Not hello or any of that shit. Just bar of the day.
bar of the day. Some bullshit. I got more bars than a Las Vegas strip.
It's actually quite good. You don't have to. I'm actually been in a bikini.
Lucky. Do you know what? In Spain, we used to go. I'm normally dissing someone as well. That's true. I'm normally. Hello, Trap Gamer. How you doing, mate? Howdy there, partner. I can't read the word howdy without thinking of like a howdy, you know, like a fucking cowboy accent. Howdy, partner. Yeah, we used to go swimming like every day when we lived in Spain because we lived in urbanization. Actually, let me see if I can show you where we used to live.
You can't get in there.
What are you on about?
You can't get in the complex.
Yeah, there's pictures in that.
Oh, pictures, but there's not. You can't Google Maps it.
Nah, you can't Google Maps it. What's up, Buzz? That's good. Trapped. That's good, mate. I'm doing good too. Let me swap over to the live screen. So, this is where we used to live. This is in Spain. You have urbanizations, right? So it's basically like a little there's a bunch of houses, and then there's little gates. So to get in here, you have to like have a fob, and you go beep, and you open the gates and you get in. That's what we have in Spain. And then each urbanization normally has like a swimming pool, right? Hello,
We didn't have-
Zierosha? Is that how you say your name? Zierosha.
Zerosha.
Zierosha. I
Zerosha.
don't know how to pronounce that. But our house was this one over here. Is there a way I can make this bigger?
What are you looking at?
I'm looking at the picture of the.
Your head's in the way.
What do you mean my head's not in the way?
Yeah, it's in the way.
Well, I don't know. I think it's because it's there's a delay for you, so you like there's a 30-second delay or some shit. So you're probably looking at something I'm not looking at. Mate, this is ages. No, this is new, though. This picture because those hedges weren't there before. These little hedges here when we lived there. But yeah. Anyway, we lived over there. That was our house. So we'd come out of the house, like in the summer, and we'd walk straight in and go swimming. And all my mates would be in the pool and stuff. It was really cool. The house was pretty big. This is a better view of it. So the house is behind me. Orcs's house was this one. He don't live there anymore. But this is where he lived over here. This was his house.
Hour of the day.
What?
Nothing. Don't worry. Carry on. Sorry.
Hello, Moistus Queef. Hold on. Rich people living. I mean, these houses ain't cheap, for sure. These houses, for sure. What do you want?
It's not Fanta lemon, though.
Yes, it is.
Thank you.
There you go.
Lift your short.
Okay, so.
Hold on a second. Hold on.
Yeah.
Do you remember when that first opened?
Yeah.
Do you remember how blind we was?
How blind we was?
Yeah, do you remember?
Fuck are you talking about? What do you mean?
We went in that swimming pool when we weren't supposed to.
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember. What are you on about because of the chlorine? I thought you meant the urbanisation.
No. We were blind. What, like proper blind? Couldn't see fuck all for like a week.
I don't remember. By the way, I'm from Hawaii. I can't imagine how unique Spain is, yet the housing looks fancy and wide. I mean, this isn't really like a good example of Spain. It's a very English town.
Yeah,
like, the whole town is full of fucking foreigners, basically. So
Norwegian,
here's a funny story for you guys, right? So this is the front room. As soon as you walk in the house, right? So you'd have, This is how you come in. So you have this little patio, right? And so you'd walk out the front door and you'd walk out to the swimming pool, right? So you'd walk into the house and this little patio, and you'd have little sliding doors. Here, these are the sliding doors and the front door. You walk in, this is the front room. We had a fireplace. The only time we used this fireplace was in the winter, right?
One time.
Mind you, right? One time. Mind you, okay, to tell you this, let's go back further. When we first moved into this place, right? You say this is rich people living, but it's not the case. Because my mum, she worked in England. She probably paid off her mortgage. She probably got a mortgage on a house.
She didn't just work. She worked like 2 or 3 jobs.
Yeah, she worked her ass off. Paid off the mortgage, so paid off the house bit by bit. Once the house was done, yeah, on her own, yeah. Once the house was paid for, she then sold the house and then bought a house in Spain, basically. And she also borrowed like 50 grand off my nan. So, it wasn't like we was rich. We was actually broke as fuck. And when the house was being built, and when we moved in the house, none of this shit was here. None of the sofas or, there was nothing. We didn't even have the lights. Was just cables hanging out of the ceiling. We had no electric. We had no water. We had nothing. So what do you remember? Because obviously I was like really young How was I? 12 probably
I don't remember.
at the time. You remember it a lot better than me. So what do you remember?
I don't remember how old you were.
No, but what do you remember about when we first moved into the house?
I remember this, right? We lived in a flat, or you lived in a flat. I didn't live in Spain. I never wanted
Yeah.
to live in Spain, really. So we lived in a flat, or you lived in a flat. I got electrocuted, and I flew across the room, and I said to Mum, we got to get the fuck out of here. This is dangerous here, because they weren't going to fix nothing. I got hurt, so we said, I've got to get out. So then we moved to that place, and when we went there, there's fuck all. There's nothing. Absolutely nothing. Just the tiles. There was no seating or anything. So we went, and I went and bought a bed. Do you remember I bought a bed? I bought a wardrobe, and then me and you.
And the wardrobe door used to fall off all the time.
Yeah, it used to just hit you in the face every time you open the fucking thing. You used to fall off. It used to fall off and whack you in the face.
Long story short, though, right? Before we venture off into something else. Long story short, we got here. We had no electric, no water, no furniture, nothing. We found something because in Spain, when people don't want stuff, they leave it by the bins. So let's say if you've got like a
right, because that furniture that you get in there now, you buy that as an added extra with a house.
Yeah.
And then they bring their furniture over from England, and then what's left in that house, if they don't want the stuff, they get rid of it.
Yeah.
And then they put their stuff in and whatever, they swap stuff. That's what they do. So it's new, it's clean.
Yeah. So basically the house you can buy the house furnished or unfurnished. Some people bought it furnished until they got their proper furniture over from England, and then they get rid of the shit furniture that's there, and then they put in their expensive furniture, right? So they just go and leave it by the bins because it's brand new. You know, a lot of people are poor, they ain't got nothing. Do you know what I mean? You leave it by the bin. Like that's a culture in Spain. You leave shit by the bin. You don't chuck it in the bin because there's somebody that, you know, one person's rubbish might be somebody's treasure, right? There's a saying that's something like that. But so basically we went and there was this foam that we got. It was like like sponge, like big bits of sponge. And we slept on it. That was our bed. We slept on the floor on some sponge for God knows how long until we could buy a bed, right? And there was three of us. It was me, my brother Mark, and my mum. And you know, like I said, no electric, no water. And you think like Spain is like really hot, right? So the way that they make houses is to let the heat out, right? So in the winter, the houses let all the heat out, so it's fucking freezing. Like it's colder in Spain in the winter in your house than it is in Finland. And in Finland it could be -20, -30 snow outside, but yet in here, see you later, Trap mate. Have a good night, mate.
That made me feel much better.
What are you on about?
She told me to stretch, redeem a stretch.
Oh, right. Hold on. I need to pop your chat out so I can see your chat. So, long story short, anyway, we moved into the house. My mum tried everything to keep afloat. You know, it's hard to find a job in Spain. Everybody's unemployed. My mum tried her best. She ended up. I mean, she opened her own market stall. You know, like you go to the market, everybody has their own little stalls. That's what radiators are for. We didn't have fucking radiators.
We don't have radiators. Why did Carissa say that? She knows.
I don't fucking know. But anyway, and this house was big as well. So it's a pretty big house. It's freezing. So we had random shit that we'd just grab, like a random chair. Somebody would leave a chair by the bin, we'd grab it because we had no furniture and stuff. So we had we had odd chairs. We had like a random green wooden chair and another shit wooden chair and stuff like that. And one day it was so cold that Mark started breaking the chairs and he put them in the fireplace and lit them on fire. and he was sitting by the fire, just burning anything he could find that was made of wood. Now, at this point, I was a mad wrestling fan, right? I loved wrestling. I was a big fan of like the hardcore wrestling and stuff. So
Back in a sec. I'm just going to tap my plate.
all right. So basically, I made a barbed wire 2x4. I don't know if you guys are familiar with wrestling, but you know, Cactus Jack used to use the barbed wire 2x4, right? Here it is, like there's the baseball bat wrapped in barbed wire. Here it is, the barbed wire 2x4. It's a plank of wood wrapped in barbed wire, right? I made my own. I found some random wire, not barbed wire, just wire, and a plank of wood, and I wrapped it around, and I made my own for when I played wrestling and shit with my friends, right? And Mark burnt it on the fireplace. I was not happy. See you later, Buzz. I was not happy at all. But yeah, that was funny. This was the kitchen of the house. Mine looked the same. We used to have our table over here as well. Our front room was different, like furniture wise and stuff. But all of this is obviously like is the same. I remember my mum set the house on fire. She had something here. I was downstairs in the basement. She had something here, and the fire lit on fire somehow and burnt this thing. So that kind of like didn't work anymore properly. I remember that. And then so hello Hirsch. Pardon me, sorry. It is Hirsch, isn't it? If I remember correctly.
You have to be a monster.
You was just cold, I guess.
Listen, when you're cold, you've got to sacrifice. And that is a sacrifice. You have to sacrifice everything. And it gives us about 2 seconds of heat.
Yeah. Yeah. It wasn't worth it.
Wasn't even worth it.
Yeah. And the thing is, the long story short that I keep trying to get to anyway is my mum tried her best to she couldn't really find a job. Like she had like a few little odd jobs here and there, but she always used to try to start her own business. At one point she was trying to be an estate agent, and she printed out her own little business cards and that. At another point she opened a market stall, and we used to sell like incense and these little green like what are them little hands called? Green sticky hands.
I don't know what.
Yeah, these things right here, right? These things is what we used to sell as well, right? So we had loads of them. Me and Mark used to fight in the basement with them. We'd get them and then we'd just slap the shit out of each other like doof, doof, doof. And then we had like office chairs, and we'd roll around from one side of the room to the other on office chairs, just pushing really fast and jump on it, and then go at each other and go do and slap the shit out of each other, right? My mum tried all kinds of shit to be able to pay for us and just
work.
Stay on her feet.
She used to work in that what did you say it was called?
Cafe Quattro.
Yeah, Cafe Quattro. She used to work in there for like 4 hours a day for €10 and 3 days a week.
Yeah. To make a long story short, yeah. I keep saying that because it's a fucking long story, but I keep fucking diverging off to other shit. But long story short, eventually she opened a business, a restaurant, and then to open the restaurant, we had to put our house as like a thing. If the restaurant doesn't go good, our house, basically the bank takes our house. And long story short, we lost the house. So we lost everything. So, yeah, that house, which is, my mum's lifetime of work to buy the house, everything gone. The whole house. And then, yeah. Then that's when it just everything got... But in the end, though, I think, like, sometimes bad stuff has to happen in order for good stuff to happen.
I don't know about that.
I mean, think about it. Like, where would you be?
For a reason.
Yeah,
I don't know.
where would you be if you would you still be in Spain? What the fuck would you want to be in Spain for? Do you know what I mean? Like,
would've come
I'd
back
probably still
eventually.
be in Spain. Because why would I go? Why would you be anywhere else? You got a fucking
Well,
house.
I said to Mum, you know, after all that, I come back here. I met Laura. A little while after we had a little boy,
Yeah, which wouldn't have happened.
and then I brought Mum back, and then come on, Mum, get back on your feet, blah blah blah. I'll help you out. So I helped her out, tried to get her back on her feet. Well, I did get her back on her feet. She got a job, whatever, caring, all that shit. She was doing quite well, and then I think she was here. When did she come back? She come back in like an April or something. It was like an March or April she come back. Like 10 years ago now. March or April she come back. So then she got a job. Laura was pregnant. She got a job. She went and lived as a living carer. And then she died in that October. That's how quick that went.
Her mum's plan was she wanted to. I was living with my dad while she was doing this, and she said, you know, she wanted to come back over, rent out a place for me and her, and I'll go to school, and she'd get me a motorbike, and so I could go back and forth to school, and then she'd work in England for like 4 weeks, and then she'd come home for 2 weeks to Spain, and that was her plan, but she died before that could happen. So then that's when I went to England, and I went to live with Mark and Laura, and then I stayed there until I got my own place, and then all of that stuff happened, and then I ended up going back to Spain, and then back to England, and back to Spain, and back to England, and then back to Spain, and back to England, then I went to Finland. But
Hold on a sec. Jose, hold on a sec. Who are you asking that question to, champion? Me or Jose?
me probably. Fuck's sake. Hobson and Token always at it. Every time. But yeah, that's basically the long story short anyway. That's what happened.
You can't say long story short. That's basically the story. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the whole thing. Is it? There's loads of shit that happened in between. But that's the gist of it. But the whole point was to talk about the little things, like the little green hand that we used to smack the shit out of each other with, or the burning the shit, or I don't know, paint more of a picture of what it was like. Put myself full screen. I'm showing the house. So yeah, this was the basement. So you so the front room's up here, and then you come down here in the basement. So down here, all the way at the end, that's where we had our little studio. Mark had his computer over there, and he knew this geezer basically, and this geezer bought a studio, and he didn't know how to use it, so he kept it in our house. So we had the studio for a little while, and that's when I actually recorded like a few decent sounding songs for the first time ever. Like I'd never like recorded in a studio or anything. That was the first time. And then at that point, I didn't want to go out. Like my friends used to say, let's go out. And I was like, nah, because I just wanted to stay home and just make music.
You used to work fucking hard. Yeah, Jose's probably does talk about it because champion it's significant, isn't it? Because at the time, right, Jose's actually spoke about his dad as well, so I can't really say, like, I can't really be horrible, but his dad to me was like what's the word? He was like a mate to me growing up. I've seen him do a lot of stupid shit that he shouldn't have done. I've seen him do things that I've corrected him in and tried to help him, but he's still him. You know what I mean? He's still. I'll tell you a thing about him because Jose don't say this shit. He's a drug addict, right? And he's alcoholic. That's what he is. There's no way of putting it to him. But
He's not a drug addict anymore.
well, whatever. He was a drug addict, and
Yeah,
he is an alcoholic, or he was an alcoholic, whatever you want to call it. But
I think
the
he
reason
still is.
is because he wanted to be a footballer when he was younger, a little boy, right? And his mum and dad, his dad really said, no, you're not going away to play for a football team. You've got to stay here in the restaurant and help me do it. So it fucked his dream. And from that moment, he become off the rails. He didn't have nothing to live for. And that's basically where he got where he gets his habits from. Because if you take away someone's flame, then it's no longer lit. So that's basically what's happened to his dad. And then when Jose lived in Spain with his dad, he didn't have any internet, he didn't have any money, he didn't have any means to do anything with his life. That's why I said to him, come back here and we'll try and get you on your feet and all that stuff and help you out.
I mean, even like ages before that, you always used to say to me, I want you to go to college in England. You used to say that to mum. Years before she died, you used to say that. Yeah, you should go to England, go to college in England and get an education. That's what you always used to say.
Yeah, because you ain't stupid. Never been a stupid. Like me, see, but I've really wasted my fucking life. Because, well, it's just things happen to me that shouldn't have happened, really.
But that's on you to say, isn't it? It's your opinion.
I'm not talking about all that stuff.
Because you could it's your opinion on how on the expectations you put on yourself and what happened. Because it's not like you didn't waste your life, but like you could be happy with what you've done, what you've got, what you've achieved, what you've accomplished, or you could be feel like you didn't fulfill what you wanted to.
Well,
it's not really a factual matter, is it? It's an opinion.
It was not my fault. I never had a stable background. Let's just put that like that. I never had no stability.
Yeah, that was the same with me. I've moved so much. Like,
I never moved. I got thrown out all the time for no reason.
We went to Spain from England.
How you doing, Ian? Right, mate?
We went to where did we go? We went. So I went to the north of Spain. I went to the north of Spain from England. So I moved from England to the north of Spain with my Spanish family. Then from down there we went to Torrevieja, which is where my dad lives now. It's the first place I ever went, and we went to a bed and breakfast. I remember because when Clarissa came over to Spain, Clarissa stayed in the exact same bed and breakfast that we stayed in when we first got there. From there we moved like around, like we lived in La Siesta, we lived in La Mata, we lived in Las Lomas. So there's like three. No, me, mum, my dad, not you.
Yeah, that's it. Say that, not me, because I wasn't there.
Yeah, it wasn't Mark. Mark was in England. So that was 3 places, and then you came over when we lived in Las Lomas. So you lived in one of those places. I lived in the other 2.
Yeah,
what's up, Nick? So from there, that's when we went to our actual house, wasn't it? And then from our actual house, we eventually moved to Tajin, which was another time we moved. And I remember Mum was looking into buying a fucking cave house. Do you remember that?
Yeah, she was going to get.
My mum wanted to buy one of these houses, like cave house.
I wish she did though, because we'd still have all that stuff.
Spain.
How you doing, Raymond? You alright? Alright, little Arch.
Like a house like this, that's built into a fucking cave. I don't know why she wanted a cave house.
That's exactly why. She wanted to build it out and make it into like a bed and breakfast.
God, she was always plotting, wasn't she? That was my point. She was always plotting. She was always trying to find a way that she could make a living. Always.
But The problem is, right, me and my mum, like, we lived in it was a little pokey flat we lived in at one time. And it wasn't me, they lived there. My mum and Jose lived there, and it's one room and then it's like a bed sit type thing. And you've got like one room and then a lounge and a kitchen. It's not all in one thing. But when I got there, it's like, oh, mum, we can't live here. After a while, we couldn't make any money. And it was fucking tiny. And I remember I was in a put you up bed. My mum and Jose was in the double bed, and I was in a put you up bed right next to it on one of these creaky prison beds. And I was on that, and I scratched my leg one day, and there was a fucking cockroach the size of my big toe, and my mum was screaming. So yeah, we went. I said, Mum, look, we was paying, or she was paying €400, I think it was, a month. And my mum said, oh, this is really expensive, can't do this, pay this out. So I said, let's go and live in that house. But my mum had a thing that she was going to sell it. She wanted to sell the house, not live in it. And that is basically what happened. So I said, go in there.
Clarissa saying, how/why did Mark go to Spain anyway, and how old was he? Mark, at the time, he was in his 20s.
Yeah, but I don't want to talk about on here why I had to go to Spain. Really, no.
This is where I lived in Torrevieja. So, as you can see, this is real. This is the real Spain. This is what Spain actually looks like. This was the street I lived on. Is the park.
That is a rundown area, really, Jose.
Yeah, but that is Spain, though, isn't it?
Yeah, well, yeah.
This is proper Spain. This is what Spain looks like the actual Spain. Like Gran Alacant is more of a fucking holiday place, isn't it? Like it's all foreigners.
Yeah,
it's a tourist place. This is Spain. This is proper Spain. So this is where I lived with my dad.
Go to Murcia.
What, Tajin? I don't.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I don't even remember much of Tajin at all.
Do you know, Sag? I do remember.
Go on.
We ain't even been there for 2 seconds, and Mum was like, "Oh, look at it down here. Look at this. Look at that. Beautiful. Look. Them people are looking at you. Look over there on them red chairs." Yeah. So go back to the
shit's
red
delayed, Mark. The shit's delayed. So 30 seconds ago that was.
Your dad was over there, and all one time over in that little.
Yeah,
park.
he was outside by the internet cafe.
He used to be there. I don't know whether he still is. Anyway, listen. Yeah, so Mum, Jose, we're going over to Figuin, and Mum said, "Oh, it's beautiful."
Hold on a sec. Let me just say something. Clarissa said, "Not everywhere, Jose. Malaga is nothing like that. Torre is a shithole. Malaga is a fucking another tourist place. Like, that's why you know what Malaga is, because everybody goes there on holiday. It's a tourist place. Same as Benidorm."
Has she ever been there?
Huh?
Has she ever been there?
No, she hasn't.
I lived there. Malaga is just the same as there.
Who the fuck's calling me?
Malaga is there. It's exactly the same. You're on about Marbella. And the reason Marbella is the way it is because it's run by gangster money. Ferraris and shit.
This might be like a rundown area, but it's not. This is just normal Spain.
Yeah, Spain.
Like if you just go to like a normal fucking town in Spain somewhere, this is what you get. Where do we live in Tajin? We lived on it was called Gran Via, wasn't it?
What Gran Via? In Figueres? Yeah, Gran Via, yeah.
Yeah, it was like the main street, yeah.
I lived above a nightclub.
Yeah, it was what was it called?
Oh, what's happening, Owen? What's happening, Darren? What's happening, Rami? What's happening, little what? What's up, my little law?
Mate, I'm trying to see Tajin. I don't really remember much at all. I remember this little park. I know. I'm just trying to catch my bearings. I think
it's in it's the Gran Via anyway, Gran Via, and it was above Los Angeles, but that ain't it. Where the fuck is? Where are you now?
I'm somewhere near the house, but like, I like. You remember this a lot more than I did because I was really young at the time. I don't really remember.
Oh, you're.
But this is where it is. This is the roundabout. You remember the roundabout?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then
got this.
it was one of
This
these
is
streets.
this here in Figuin is like it's proper Spain, where it's run by Spanish gypsies. They're absolutely everywhere, all
Hello,
around
Katie.
it. It's all Spanish gypsies.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm alright, mate. I'm alright.
Where the fuck was it? Was this the street?
That see there.
I don't, Mark. Remember, it's delayed. I don't know what you're looking at.
Yeah, listen, the fountain, where that fountain is, I see. I went there. I went with you lot. You lot was gone, but I went there when I lived there. I went to a firework display, and it was the best thing I've ever seen in my life. And I've seen a lot of best things in my life. There was a firework display, and the fireworks were all synchronized with the music. All what's the word? It was like all this classical music and this fireworks. They cut off every light down this street, every single electric thing.
I think it was here. This is where we live.
They cut off Los Angeles. It is the nightclub.
Damn, I came in late. Seems like an interesting convo. Seems like the interview I wanted to do with you. I'm just happy and interested to finally hear some of this. Yeah, we're just talking about shit that I ain't really talked about. I just wanted to give you guys more of an insight about, I don't know, my life, and so you can get to know me a bit better. I don't know. It might help. I think this was it, wasn't it? This was our house. One of these buildings here. We lived like up on that balcony or this balcony or that balcony. One of these.
It's a nightclub, Los Angeles, or a nightclub.
No, we lived. That was across the road, the nightclub,
Yeah,
and it was called Clavis.
No, Los Angeles was the one that the techno one.
Oh no, I just remember the one across the street.
No, I lived. Clubby was where Marina was, the nice girl.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, Marina used to work in there, and Daniela, and then the other ones was where all the Jippos went, the Los Angeles. It was a loud techno. I used to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go work, and then motherfuckers had techno on all night till 5 o'clock in the morning.
I remember I used to walk out of the house, and I used to walk the dog. It's Juan Carlos Park, Juanca. So you used to work down here somewhere. You used to work.
I don't know where down here
walk.
I used to work in the warehouse.
Used to walk down here, quite a ways away, and then there was like a.
It's a bar across the street.
There's Dia.
Yeah, Dia.
I don't bloody remember. Like this doesn't look familiar to me at all. But here's the interesting thing about Thajin. It was some places in Thajin were still like the old days. So up here, I used to go up this way to see my friend. I'd go up there because I remember. Huh?
What was his name?
Luke. He was an English guy.
Joseph.
Look, up here, this is like what? Like, they're literally like these small ass streets. Like,
yeah. I'll say, I was said something, but I got sidetracked by your video. We got there, Mum was driving in that shitty, you remember that Escort she had?
Yeah.
Yeah, everything was falling off her where she crashed it.
I remember this. I'm going the right way.
Yeah. I'll say, do you remember we got there? We was there 2 minutes, and she said, "Oh yeah, look at this."
She crashed into someone.
Man. Yeah, crashed right. crashed right up his ass. hey, Cabrona.
She was looking at she was driving along and she was looking at no I think we was looking for something. We was looking for the estate agents or some shit. And she's like, is that the estate agents over there or whatever? And then she crashed into the back of a car. It was something like that, I think.
What's this shit? What's this?
This way that I'm going here, it went to my mate's house. I walked past here, you walk down here. This is where I got lucky from. Here, this was my mate's house right here, I think. This literally this house here is where my mate lived.
That was quite a funny little story along that dog.
It was. So
that dog.
So here's the thing. I said my mum was looking for a house, right? We went to a different city called Karawaka, which actually means cow face. Great name for a city. There was a random geezer there with a dog.
Was it Karawaka?
Karawaka, yeah. There was a random geezer there with a dog, and this dog I loved this dog.
I'm sorry, mate.
I was like, this dog is like so cute.
Yeah, I don't remember much of it, Owen. It's like England. I fucking forget about England and all, mate.
Yeah, but these ain't that recent anyway. I don't think. Normally it says like the year here, but I can't really say because I was like really young at the time, so I don't remember too well. What
it says at the bottom corner there, look, July 2013.
Oh yeah, they used to have the year up here, but yeah, this is 2013. So, but yeah, this pretty much looks how I remember it. Pretty much like
roughly the actual like if you look at it, Karawaka.
This is Sahin, not Lathenia.
The face of a Kara is face, and then Vaka is cow.
Yeah.
So it's cow's face.
Yeah,
it's like bald front.
Yeah, bald front. Yeah.
No, they don't know what.
I don't know where he got bald front from anyway, because it's like frente. It just means like your forehead is frente, which is front.
Yeah, it says bald front. I don't know why.
I don't know why he added the bald to it.
But
maybe he was like, it's the front that has no hair, so it's like the bald front. Like to try to explain something to you, I guess he didn't know how to say forehead, so he said it's the front with no hair, the bald front maybe. But anyway, so we met this random guy. He had this dog. I fucking loved this dog. It was like a little puppy, and it was like a German Shepherd mixed with like a husky.
A wolf. She was.
Yeah, like a wolf, right? She had one blue eye and one brown eye, right? I loved the dog. I was like, oh my God. And the dog loved me too. Like we hit it off. And I said to my mum, I said, I would love so much to have a dog like that. Like, and I remember saying it and meaning it with all my heart. A few weeks later, right? I'm at my friend's house. This random geezer with the dog came over to my friend's house and gave them the dog. I don't know how they knew each other. Matter of fact, looking back, I don't even know if it was the same fucking dog, but I'm pretty sure it was. Like, but you know, I was a kid, so I could maybe be getting confused. But like, from what I remember, is the same geezer, the same dog, and he gave it to them. This dog was, they said they didn't want it, and I was like, I really want it. I'll ask my mum if I can have it. So I remember the dog was following me. I was like, come on, and the dog was just walking behind me. She was a little puppy, and then I picked her up in my arms, and I carried her home, and I walked, and my mum was on the balcony, and she said, what have you got in your arms? And I said, nothing. She goes, you don't look like nothing. And I brought the dog up to the house. And
no, before that, you see me up the road somewhere. I doing whatever I was doing, and you said to me, "Oh look, this person just gave me this dog. What should I call her?" And I said to you, "What? Lucky."
No, that wasn't outside. That was indoors. When we decided to have the dog, we was like, okay, well, what are we gonna name the dog? And then you said you should call the dog Lucky because you're fucking lucky Mum let you have her. That's what you said. And then we called her Lucky.
I said you'll be lucky if Mum lets you keep her.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Like, I remember you being in the
I'm
house
quite
when
rid
it
of her.
happened.
I thought I was at work.
Well, I don't know. That's how I remember it. It's funny what sticks in your head. Like that stuck in my head. Like I remember it. I remember the whole situation. I remember the random geezer. I remember the dog. But after we decided to keep the dog, she was covered in ticks. Like I'm talking like
She was so rough, wasn't she?
yeah, she was like proper low energy. Like she'd walk like this. And she's covered in ticks. So we started taking the ticks out of her every day. We just sitting there, just ripping the ticks out with tweezers. It was hundreds of ticks, literally, like hundreds of them. They look like big fucking sugar puffs.
They were in her ears, weren't they? Behind her, in
everywhere.
her toes.
The little flap in the ears. There's like a little flap. Like they were everywhere.
Poor little girl.
Yeah, but once we had her for like a while, she piped up. Once she had all the ticks off of her, she became more energetic, and yeah, that was my dog Lucky. We ended up having to give her away when we lost the house. My mum moved in with my nan and granddad, and then she ended up going to England. I moved in with my dad. We had to get rid of her, and it was fucking horrible. I don't know. Do you have pictures of Lucky somewhere?
I'm looking for them.
Because I don't. I remember you sent them to me. What the fuck did I do with them? I think I had one. You sent it to me. It might be on my laptop, maybe. I'm not sure. But yeah, she was lovely dog. Not well trained at all.
She was well trained. She was
fucking weren't.
She was for me, really.
You got very low standards, mate.
Why does Clarissa keep calling me Mole?
Because she types too fucking fast. She don't like care to like actually spell properly. Yeah, I remember giving her away. I cried so much, and I remember holding her lead and taking her to the place, like the dog place where we was giving her away. And they tried to take the lead, and I just remember like not letting go because I really didn't want to. Yeah, it was fucking horrible. And we had another dog as well called Scamp. But I didn't really care too much for him because, not obviously I cared, but like it wasn't like Lucky because my mum met this geezer called John. She was like dating him or some shit, and he had a dog called Scamp, and he said, "Can you look after him for me?" And then we ended up keeping him. I don't know why or what happened, but yeah, that happened.
Why not like it? What? Oh, what? That she's calling me Mo, I guess. Oh, my mum used to call me Marky. I fucking hate it. My name's Mark. You name me the fucking name. Why name me Marky now?
That's the worst thing to do online is tell people you don't like being called something.
It doesn't matter because I'm not like that. But I can't find it. I ain't got no photos of her. I have somewhere. I've got a photo of her. I've got a photo of her in Grandad's house.
Where's
My love.
Let me see maps. I'm gonna look around Granada LeCant. So Granada LeCant is really where I was raised. Like this is where we had our house. This was where I finally settled down for a while. Like, I was there for like 4 years, which was a long time for me. Because normally I'd be like, like 1 year somewhere, and then I'd start school and I'd be in that school for like a year, and then I'd move and have to start a new school again, which was really fucking rough. And that was pretty much my whole life. It was just move from place to place and school to school, make new friends again and again. And in the end, I just gave up. I just stopped trying to make friends. I was just like, what's the point? Like, I'm just going to fucking move again and have to make new friends again. So it's just no point. It's not going to last. I tell you what, though, this is how small I was. See this little gate? I used to squeeze through there, through that little hole. I used to climb and I used to squeeze through it when I didn't have my key. I remember one time, this was the gates I was on about. I always used to jump over this gate. so we'd just jump over it. So one day, this was New Year's. You what?
I don't remember having a key fob. We used to squeeze through that little thing, or I used to just.
No, I used to squeeze through it and open it from the other side, and you'd walk through. And then eventually, when we did have a fob, we used to put it in our mailbox. So you'd like reach in the mailbox, grab it, and beep. The trees look awesome over there. Do they? This is what we have. Waste ground. Look. Wasn't he the handicapped dog?
What's she talking about?
What fuck are you talking about? Brian, the three-legged dog? That was Heather's dog. He had some shiny ass balls.
He was funny. He was. He used to try and bang everything with 3 legs. He used to make me fucking die.
That dog, he got beaten.
Yeah, he got beaten up.
Can you see it here?
He got a baseball bat. He did. He got proper hurt.
Poor little thing. So you can't really see it, but you can kind of see it. Can I zoom? Yeah, look. You see there? There's like a D, like a letter D, right? I got off a tree a little brown thing that they put on trees, and this was when I was mad into wrestling, right? And at the time, I loved DX. You remember, DX, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and that, right? I wrote DX on the wall. With the plant, it was like a little brown thing off a tree, but it leaves like this green kind of like plant blood, and I literally wrote on the wall DX really big here, and it's still there to this day. Look, they painted over it, but you can still see it. I don't know, but yeah, that was me. I've left my mark, guys. I've left my mark. Hello, mate.
Look at the state of it. What a shithole.
That's the waste ground in Spain. Look, waste ground. There ain't no green grass. This is what you get in Spain. Fucking waste ground.
Remember them soldier caterpillars?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, a certain time of year, you'd have all over these trees. You'd have these fucking caterpillar nests. They're like nests. They hang off the tree and they're full of caterpillars. And they had like these hairs that are supposedly poisonous. And how did your head not get stuck? I was skinny as fuck. That's why.
Do you remember when we first moved there? I don't know how long we was there. Look, at least you had school the next day, your brand new school, and you said, Mum went out, she was gone, and I said, come, we'll go for a walk. And we went for a walk and we got lost, proper lost. And it was getting dark and we was in over there, that desert, and there's no lights over there or anything, no lights. And Mum went mad at me because you were supposed to go to school the next day. She went proper fucking mad. Do you remember?
I don't know. I don't remember.
We went through that wilderness. I said, come, we'll go over there. I think we had the dog with us. And we went for a walk. We went for miles and miles and miles. It was like what your picture is now.
Actually, I do kind of remember now. It's coming back to me.
And it was fucking dark.
I do remember. Because we
walked
all the way down to the fucking GA centre through the waste ground.
I don't remember. We walked miles and miles. Didn't even know where we were going.
This is how well I know this place. Right, I know this place at the back of my fucking head. This is where I really grew up. Like me and my friends, we explored this whole fucking town, every crevice of it. And I know my way around the waste ground. Like I could walk through the waste ground and know shortcuts to get the places. And we built a den, like where we'd go and get drunk and stuff like that. Like. In the waste ground, away from the police. This is where I first met Orxa, over here, right? I was here, sitting on this little wall, right? And I got off the wall, and I was, and Orxa and his cousins, Tom and Dan, were over here, and there was a trolley, like a shopping cart, that somebody threw down here. It was like they was maybe further down here, and
loads of memories there.
Yeah, they threw. Mate, do you remember when Mum fell down here? She fell down this little hill and rolled down it.
I remember I was out. I was working. I remember coming back and all.
No, it wasn't there, was it? It was by Montefaro. No, going down the Max Coop Hill.
Yeah,
She fell
down.
I'll show you guys in a minute. Bless her.
I don't know about it because I wasn't there, but I see the next day she was all cut up. And I went mad thinking someone had beat her up or something.
I don't know if I was there, if I weren't there. It just rings a bell. But anyway, there was a shopping trolley down here, and they was trying to get it up here from the waste ground. And I just walked up to them and went, "Do you need some help?" They was like, "Yeah, go on then." And I helped them pick the trolley up, and that was it. That's how I first met Orxa. Right there. This the swimming pool we used to hang out at a lot. So this one time it was really funny. So these swimming pools and that they close at like 10 o'clock or whatever, right? There's probably a little sign that blue sign there probably says closes at 10 o'clock. Mate, can I fucking see? It says es obligatorio ducharse antes de entrar a la piscina. It says you have to shower before. Oh, it says there. Yeah, you have to shower before entering. And look, here it says 10 o'clock. Basically, it's shut, right? So, we used to just say fuck it, and we'd just climb over and we'd go swimming anyway. Like, you know, we'll be out, we'll be getting drunk, be 1, 2 in the morning or whatever. We'll jump over and we'll go swimming. Huh?
Yeah, champion said Orxa Beats. I said, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Orxa Beats. Yeah, his real name's Kane. Yeah. Why the fuck is it took me through the fucking buildings? I want to go on the other. There we go. Okay, so I'm trying to get around here. Basically, on the other side of this, right, this wall here. So we climbed over this wall and jumped down, right? There's a bunch of us, right? I get in the swimming pool. The second I get in the swimming pool, this old lady comes out and starts shouting at us. You make us English look bad. Get out the swimming pool. I'm calling the police. All of this shit, right? So I get out the swimming pool. I climb back over, and then I get to the other side, and I'm like, oh fuck, I forgot my shoes because I left my shoes there. So I jump back over. She's like, what do you think you're doing? I said, I forgot my shoes. So I jumped over. I grabbed the shoes, and then we went to the next swimming pool. So that's what we did. We just went from swimming pool to swimming pool. There's literally like 3 swimming pools. There's this one, and then just up the road, up here, there's another 2. So there's one, not this street, up here. Here's the next swimming pool.
There's loads of.
That's number 2. And then
3.
And then up here, there's another one. And we actually lived up here as well at one point. Yeah, after we lost the house, we lived up here. So here's the 3rd swimming pool. So this is why I loved Spain so much in the summer, you know? Like all the fucking people would come over from England on holiday. That's when all the girls would come out. That was the best times. So we'd go out, get drunk, meet girls. It was brilliant. So fuck, why are you walking up there?
Winter was shit.
Yeah, winter was proper shit. Yeah.
Cold.
There's nothing to do. No one about.
All the alkies in the bars, all having affairs with other people's wives and stuff like that.
That was adult stuff. I didn't deal with that shit.
It was like, I remember Mum's car come flying out of this. I opened the gate, and Mum's car come flying out of the gate, and it crashed into another car across the road.
How did that happen?
I've no fucking deal. I don't think Mum put the handbrake on. I quickly scooped the car back up, put it back in the gate, locked it up.
It won't let me go. But we lived there, like in one of those houses for a little while, like right there. That was when I was a bit older.
Mum's car smashed.
I remember Mum was driving her car one day. Me and my mates was in the car with her, and then her fucking bumper just fell off. She went like through a puddle or some shit, or like a bump in the road. It went boom, and the bumper just went poof. Like my mum's car was fucked. She had a Ford Escort. It was fucked. The shit barely got up hills. Like that shit traumatized me really, because when I did my driving lesson, I found it hard. I thought it would be hard to get up the hill, like a steep hill, because Mum's car used to struggle so much. It used to get stuck on hills, didn't it?
I remember Granddad. She went to Granddad and said, "Dad, can I borrow your car?" He said, You fucking can't.
Mate, oh, this is still called Barsu. Fucking hell, what is this? 2019.
He said, "No, you fucking can't." Have you seen the state of your car?
Bless her. I remember she fucking fell over as well coming out of quick save. I'm not surprised. Look at the steep hill. This like path is fucking
when that
slippery.
got wet,
Yeah.
See when that got wet, that was a fucking skating. That was an ice
Yeah,
skating.
it's
rink.
proper slippery.
And when you was drunk, it was even worse.
There was this.
Oh.
I remember there was a swimming pool in this place as well. This geezer, we went here. It was me, my mate Mitch. I'll have to get Mitch on one day to have a chat with him on live stream and just talk like we're doing today about shit we got up to and that. Because we had some fucking good times. So we went. Long story short, we went skinny dipping with some girls, right? So we was in this swimming pool over here, and Mitch is butt naked, right? And this geezer comes along and grabbed his clothes and called the police. And Mitch is like, "Give me my fucking clothes back." And this geezer's took his clothes. And he's just there, like, got out of the swimming pool. And he's like, "Give me my clothes back." And he's just literally just butt naked. I was fucking dying. It was so funny. DK, long story short. There's a lot of long stories, trust me. I used to jump off this thing here. I used to jump off of it all the way to there. Just for fun. No reason for it. Just literally just for fun.
We used to. I can't show you where it was, but what Jose's not showing you is we used to go before. Well, with his friends or whatever, but before his friends, me and Jose, I used to go. Come on, we'll go out, and we used to take the dog, and we used to walk up fucking mountains, like proper faces of mountains.
Yeah,
Like,
it's kind of hard to show on here because it's like.
We used to walk up a steep mountain, steep mountain. It like thinking of it, it's very irresponsible and stupid.
Oh, now
really.
it lets me get here.
We could have fell down, we could have got or any fucking thing, but
No, it was
we used to walk up these mountains, and our little Lucky used to go up the top of the mountain, and she used to come back, make sure we were safe, and keep going up, making sure the top was safe. Do you remember?
She used to run all the way up proper fast, and then she'd. It's funny because now it lit me on the other side. This is how we climbed up into the swimming pool. We climbed up here, onto that bit. No laughs. What you want about? I didn't read what you said because I had to read what Clarissa said. Them worms are called. They warn you about these. It looks like something come off the tree, and they poison for dogs, and human dog can die or go blind. What they called? I think that worm is called a penis. Fuck's sake. Fucking Darren. Oh, hold up. Champion's back now. What did you say before? Because I ignored him. Well, I didn't ignore him, but like we was talking about something. I got carried away. I forgot to answer. So he said, "I'm like you, DK. I don't want to live a normal life and work a normal job. I want to keep going up and up and up. Follow your dreams, mate. Handle your responsibilities. Follow your dreams." He has a line where he says, "I remember back when I used to be homeless," or something along them lines. No, what I said was, I said, "I don't want to be on tour. I hate the thought of being homeless." Then I think back a couple years back, I was on the verge of being homeless. Because at one point, I didn't really have anywhere to go. I didn't know what I was doing. At one point, there was talks of me going to a fucking homeless shelter. I was never actually homeless, but like we was trying to figure shit out. But I just I went back to Spain, mate.
I was trying to get you into somewhere where it was yours. That's what we was trying to do. Somewhere where you could
somewhere we was trying to get more stability. Mate, I'm stuck. It won't let me go anywhere. I want to see here, right? This. People used to. Have you heard the real AK-30 blunts? Nope, I haven't.
That's where we used to. That's where the bar was there.
This Chinese restaurant here, their back door, right? People used to kick the door. I remember. You remember Reese? He was one of the people who did it. We'd be walking like me. I think Kane was there as well. Me, Kane, whatever, and Reese. And Reese walks up to the door of the Chinese restaurant. He goes, bang, and boots it, and then fucking runs. And and he does it all the time just to aggravate the fucking geezer. The Chinese chef runs out with the meat cleaver, screaming, shouting at him.
He's probably in prison now, him.
Probably, he was a little shit.
Junkie and all. Junkie in prison. The other boy was alright. I can't remember his name. Andy, wasn't it?
Andy.
He was actually alright.
I don't remember.
The mum and
Andy.
dad were alright.
This is the bar that I spent a lot of time in. The Kiosco at the park. We used to hang about here. Me and my mates used to hang about here. Look, as you can see, people hanging about there. That used to be us. We used to just be hanging about there and that in the bar. They used to sell us alcohol when we was like 15, 16. We used to hang about round the back of this. There was the library. That's where like people still hang about here to this day. Like if you go here, there'll be people hanging around, like youngsters hanging around the back of the library. I don't know why people just hang out there. So one time me and Mitch was walking up here, and then we saw some people we knew there, and we popped over to have a chat, and then all of a sudden they was telling us about a story. Yeah, we went to this city last night, and one of my mates got his phone robbed off of him, and then we sank rather, and then we got chased by like 30 guys, and I was like, yeah, all right, whatever. And then next thing I know, 4 cars or whatever pulled up here and walked over. About 30 guys walked over to us, and it was the same guys that he was on about. They came looking for these geezers, and I got caught up in it. The geezer pulled out a fucking flail, like, but without the spikes. You guys know what a fucking flail is? This shit, but it was no spikes. It was just a metal ball. He pulled out a fucking flail and swung it at my head, and I ducked. It went over my head, and I fucking ran. I ran for my life. I ran over this way, and I remember I had dress shoes on, like black dress shoes. Like I was dressed up nice with a shirt and that, I think. And I had these dress shoes on. And I ran around here, and I was slipping all over the place. And the geezer, he was saying to me, "Stop running, you son of a bitch!" And I thought to myself, why would I stop running? Like why would you think that would work? Like I'm gonna go, oh, okay, and I'll just stop running. But I ran into this bar here. I ran in there and I hid in the fucking cupboard. And I said, "Can I borrow your phone?" And then they were patrolling out here, waiting for me to come out. And they lent me the phone. I called my mum. My mum pulled outside with the car here. And then I quickly ran, dived into the car, and we drove off. My mate nearly got fucking ran over. He ran this way, across the road, and into the bar over here. And he jumped over a car. He ran into this bar, Webster's. It was called JP's at the time. He literally, like, the car came like this, and he kind of, like, jumped over the bonnet of the fucking car and nearly hit him. But yeah, that was fucking crazy, that moment. Imagine if he would have hit me with that fucking flail. Would have cracked my skull right open. The fucking waste ground. Oh, here's a funny story. So I had a bike, right? The brakes didn't work properly on it. Mark already knows where I'm going with this, probably. So the brakes didn't work, and there was a brake that kind of worked, but if you pressed it too hard, it stopped working completely. Like, it just used to pop out of the thing used to pop out, and then the brake just didn't work. So we're going down this hill, and I'm sitting on the handlebars, and Mark's riding the bike, and I'm on the handlebars like this, and I didn't feel safe at all being on, like... It's okay for Mark, because he was the one driving the fucking bike.
I know exactly what I was going to do. It's like driving a car, anything.
Yeah, I know that, but...
I've never crashed nothing in my life.
It didn't feel good to me. I didn't feel safe. I didn't feel comfortable. I felt scared on the handlebars. But we're going flat out down this hill, right? And I know my bike, so I'm saying, Mark, you need to start slowing down because we ain't got no brakes. There's no brakes on the bike. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We're going down here flat out. We're getting closer and closer to the roundabout. Mark, seriously, you need to brake. Mark, please brake. You need to slow down. Don't worry about it. Shut up, you div. It's fine. Don't worry about it. So I went, fuck this. And I jumped off the bike. I just went, boom.
Go to the roundabout.
I'm at the roundabout now. Kind of. Went a bit too far. Yeah, I'm at the roundabout. There's a massive delay. You're going to have to wait like 30 seconds.
Yeah. You jumped off. You jumped off the bike, went under the fucking front wheel, and I had to get off and try and stop myself from crashing because you jumped off. Nearly threw me into the fucking roundabout, and the bike hit my leg, and I had to fight. I went over the handlebars, but I stood up and I grabbed the bike so I didn't go into the road. Also said, "Oh, you run me over." It's his fault. It's actually his fault. He fucking jumped off. He jumped off the bike.
It wasn't a very good jump.
Now, bear in mind, right, this roundabout here, it goes round to the right. So if I'm going flat out and there's nothing on the left-hand side, because that's where cars come from, like you can see, I'm fine. I'm not going to crash into nothing, but he jumped off.
But would you have felt the same if it was the other way around?
What do you mean?
Would you have felt the same if you were sitting on the handlebars?
I would have seen the road, and I would have cracked on.
Yeah, but the thing is, you was older than me as well.
Do you know how many times I've been knocked off motorbikes over there from other people? Twice I got into go down the hill to like where the other bars are.
The Max Keep Hill, or
no, the other one where the
towards the GA Centre.
You go on that road. There's like it's
towards
a
the pharmacy.
They're not the pharmacy.
What are you on about, champion? You're not making sense.
He don't know who Connor is, champion. That's why I wanted all these.
I don't know what the fuck he's on about.
Listen, it's a joke between me, Owen, and champion.
Oh, an inside joke. How the fuck am I supposed to?
You know, I've not told him about that. So if you expect him to bloody know what you're talking about, you're mad.
What happened exactly though? So when I jumped off the bike, I pretty much just jumped. I tried to jump like off that way, out of the way of the bike. I somehow didn't manage it, so I hit the floor, and then he ran over me. But it kind of didn't run over me because it stopped him. The handlebars like bent this way, and then the bike went up did it like a stoppie, and it got his leg caught in it, and it kind of nearly broke his fucking knee because it's pushed his leg like this. And then he got angry at me. So, you fucking dickhead. And then I got off the bike. I said, I'm going home. And then I walked home. And he went off somewhere else. I don't know where he went. He continued on with my bike. But that was a funny time. But this is where, when we was on about my mum falling down the hill. Oh, I tell you what. Here's another story. So I was walking down here by myself at night. Now, I'm paranoid as fuck, right? So I'm always looking around. There's a car, had 2 Moroccan geezers in it. So I'm looking, and they look sketchy. And I was like, what would I do if they, try to attack me or something like that, right? I was like, well, I'll climb over this wall, and I'll run into this urbanisation to the internet cafe. So that's what happened. I went past and they were looking at me, and I was like, ignored them or whatever. And I walked past, and then I was walking down this path, and then they drove off, and then they stopped their car next to me and opened the doors to the car to get out of the car to come get me or to rob me or I don't know what. I fucking jumped over this wall and ran so fucking fast. I ran through here into the internet cafe. What else happened? There's a lot of stuff happened. I remember some geezer tried to, some boys tried to steal Mitch's phone over here in this urbanisation. This is where we used to play Counter Strike.
Yeah, Counter Strike.
That's what we used to do. I'm heading down the Max Coop Hill. So Max Coop ain't even here anymore. Now it's Unid Market. But Max Coop used to sell us alcohol as well. It was like 15, 16 buying fucking alcohol. They never asked for ID. We used to go flat out on our bikes down this hill, though. Look how steep this fucking hill is. This is where my mum fell. She fell down here, down the side. This was the hill. We used to go so fast on our bikes down here. Then if you turn right, you go down here. This is where we had the restaurant down here. That's where what was it? Bailey's? Was it called Bailey's? Isn't it the restaurant down the bar down here? Yeah, this is where we had our restaurant. So our restaurant was this one here. It was called the Carabassi at the time when we had it. So Ocean's Bar's still there.
I say that's where I was on about. Right there, right there. The wasteland. That's where fucking Darren knocked me off a bike. Go to the end of this. Go to the end where our bar was.
Yeah, I'm at the bar now.
Yeah, if you go past the bar and you go right,
yeah,
that's where he fucking dropped me off the bike.
Yeah, down this street. Go by the nature reserve.
Yeah, he basically we was going. He was pissed like he was every day, Darren. He died of alcohol, but
died of alcohol.
I was on the back of the bike.
That sounds funny.
And he said, "Come on, we go down the bars." And a big, massive Scottish geezer he was. And anyway, so I'm holding on to the back of the bike and my little handles. And he said, "All right, come on, we go." So we rode off into the sunset. And then he was going however fucking fast he was going, because he didn't really have a speedo. And he was going around the corner too fast, but I didn't know that. He just jumped off, and I'm sat still on the bike holding on. Oh, what the fuck? He's disappeared. And then I've seen the bike hit the curb, so I jumped off, and I was still holding on to it, but my foot got caught in like there's like these little metal stirrup things that come out, and it dragged me across the dirt, scuffing my back up and that. But that is motherfucker. You just jump off a bike and just let someone crash off.
Well, I remember we was going down the fucking Heart Attack Hill on the bike, and I went down slow. My mates went down really fast. I go down slow because I didn't have no brakes. Which this is the hill, and this geezer Danny, he fucking fell off of it. He broke his ankle. His teeth went through his fucking lip. I think he broke his shoulder as well. Mate, can you let me go up the fucking road? Why ain't it letting me go up the road? It's a road. Mate, this map is like so shit sometimes. It's a road. Why can I not go up the road?
I remember when we lived up the other place and all, that corner there was right there where you are, but probably not now, but you were up there.
I'm still at the end of the road. Like at the bottom of the hill.
No, it wasn't the bottom, it was at the top. Fucking dropped me straight on the top of the hill. So he was going to go around a bit, he was going to slide. I remember we had that other motorbike accident, and all the other one. It wasn't me. We're both pissed. Yeah. We're both proper pissed.
Tell them about when I sat on Alan's girlfriend's head.
Yeah, I'm proper pissed. It's about, we was in this bar, and the bar's closed at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. So then we went from there, and we was going to we used to go to the brothels. And the reason was not to go and play around boobs and bums and that, was to go and get drunk, because that's the only place you can have a drink till 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. But you pay like €10 a fucking drink. It's expensive. So we's like, oh, go to the brothel, blah, 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 this and that. So anyway, we couldn't get there. So he said, oh, I've got a moped round the corner, and we're both pissed, really pissed. I've got a moped round the corner. It belongs to this woman I know. I can borrow it, and then we'll go and to the the garage and we get some beers, a big crate of beers. And the crates are like American 40s. Like, that's the crates, like them. And you get 6 of them in a crate. So I said, come on in, fuck it. And like, because when I'm drunk, I go mad anyway. And he's exactly the same. So anyway, we're riding there. We get all the way there. We're cushy. Nothing wrong with us. And we get there and we get the bottles. Oh, where are we going to put them? Like, the massive, bear in mind, they're fucking massive. Where are we going to put them? I don't know. I didn't fucking think about this part, did we? You know what I mean? So anyway, we unraveled them because they're in like a plastic thing, like a can of, like a crate of Cokes. And you pull them all apart, take all the crate apart, put the beers in the bottom of the seat. And the seat's like poking up in the air. It's not gone down properly. So the seat's in the air, we're sitting on the beer bottles. And we got out the garage doing about 40 and the fucking, the bike just slid across the road like that. Bang, like that. And I'm sliding on this boy, this Welsh boy. And he's sliding on all the way across the road, and I'm on him, so I'm safe.
Imagine how much it must have hurt.
And me and him hit this curb, and he got bang like that. I've whacked my fucking knee on the curb, so I'm not proper. Oh, my leg. Oh my god.
What's the matter?
Fucking. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Anyway, so I whacked my leg on this fucking curb. I thought, oh fucking hell, Ali, proper hurt me, mate. And then I looked round at him. His head was massive. It was massive.
I remember.
He had bumps out of his fucking head. He had all his face was all swollen up.
Like I think I remember this part of his head was out here, like it was a big lump like this on his head.
Yeah, his head hit the curb. I'm moaning about my little. I had a cut on my leg, and my leg was a bit swollen. His head was fucking massive. He had bumps on his head. He had all his eyes were all puffed out. His jaw was all puffed out. Everything. All of his one side of him was all scuffed. He had all cuts all up him. And I'm moaning about my leg. I was laying on it. So anyway, we get back on the bike. We chuck the beers back in. Luckily, they stayed alive. And we chucked the.
Poor Alex.
We chucked the beer bottles.
You're a pair of fucking idiots, though, both of you.
And then we got back into that little house, the little one in La Mata. And Jose was asleep in his room. And the girl, he used to have a girlfriend with like dreadlocks. She was a Colombian, a little misfit girl, hated her. She used to keep calling me ugly every day. Fucking idiot. Anyway, so she was asleep with this quilt over her. Anyway, we got back and he was mashed. His head was fucked. His whole body was fucked. And we had these beers and we cracked the beers open. And I think my little brother was the first one awake. I'm like, what are you doing? Like that. And he come running in and he fucking smashed down on the sofa. And I said, get off. You're sitting on Ali's girlfriend's head. And he said, no, I'm not. No,
Well,
I'm
hold
not."
on. Let me provide some context. So this girl, right? She was black and she had like, well, I don't know if she was black, but she was at least Colombian. So like, kind of like, yeah, but like, I don't think she was black though, is she? She was, I don't know, because some Colombians are like proper black, but like. But some, I mean, like Shakira is Colombian, but she's like fucking white. Like this girl was black. She had these, she had like these big long like dreadlocks, right? But my mum had a handbag, right? And this handbag had like these things that look like dreadlocks on them. So I thought so when he said you're sitting on her head, I looked and I went and I saw her hair. And I was half asleep, mind you. And I said, no, I'm not. He said, yeah, you are. You're sitting on her head. I said, no, I'm not. I'm not. Yeah, you are. I promise you're sitting on her head. And I looked and I saw her hair. And I was like, that's Mum's handbag. He said, it's not. I promise you're sitting on her head. Get up and have a look. Get up and have a look. So I got up and I pulled the blanket. And there she is asleep on the sofa. I was probably sat on her head. She didn't even wake up. Was she drunk as well? She must have been, right?
Yeah, she was. Yes, but she didn't.
She must have been proper drunk to not realise that I sat on her head.
She didn't. She didn't last like we did. We was proper like we're English, aren't we? So we drink fucking all day and all night.
It made me laugh. I don't know why it made me laugh so much when you said she used to call me ugly every day. Fucking dick.
She did. That's what she used to say. She used to say, I couldn't speak Spanish then. She used to speak Spanish.
Hello, Voltage.
She used to say, you're fail. She used to say to me all the time. I'd say, fuck off, like that. And, yeah, so she used to be like that. And she used to say to Mum, your son's very ugly. And I said, what's she say, Mum? She's calling you ugly. I said, oh, fuck off, like that. Like, proper stick my finger up at her and that, you fucking idiot. But,
drunk story time, yeah, pretty much. I wasn't drunk, I was a kid. He was drunk, and his friends were drunk, and I sat on the girl's head, basically.
Our friend, he's just one friend. He was a fucking psycho, though, really. He was worse than I was. But Mum come out, she said, oh, you fucking making loads of noise, what are you doing? And I said, Mum, we've just been in a thing, and he's hurt. And Mum went, fucking hell. Fucking hell, you all right? And he went, yeah, I'm all right, yeah. Have some peas. Yeah, have some peas. She said, what did you do? I said, he crashed the bike, didn't he? Like, and the girl's bike, we borrowed the girl's bike. I can't remember the girl's name. It was Floyd's mum.
Oh, yeah, I remember Floyd.
Yeah, it was his mum. And he borrowed the motorbike, and we went and parked it back, and the bike was fucked. Had a massive scratches all over the fairing, where he fucking scuffed it all up the curb, and he went and parked it back. And it's just madness. That was crazy.
I don't know why I just keep thinking about the girl calling you ugly. It's just so. It's just I don't know why I thought.
She's just a fucking idiot.
I don't know why I find it so funny. It's just so It's such a random fact. Like
it's not. It's not random. She's a div. She was just a fuck piece for Alid all the time.
Oh God. Oh. Fuck's sake. I remember one time when we was living at that place. My mum was watching a film or something. And Mark was sitting there, and he weren't doing nothing. He weren't paying attention to the film or anything. But my mum went to the kitchen to do something or whatever, and then it was kicking off on the film or something. So my mum was like, "What's happening on the film, Mark?" And Mark said, "The geezer's head fell off." She goes, "Whose head fell off?" He said, "The geezer with brown hair or whatever." Like, explain. I don't know exactly what happened, but I just remember that she proper believed him. It was funny. And another time, she was trying to take the DVD out of the DVD player, and Mark kept wait.
Remote control.
Yeah, but was she trying to put the DVD in or take it out?
He kept trying to put it in, yeah.
She
didn't realise it was. Look, I bought a TV and a DVD player, right? Because we didn't have no stuff, did we? So I bought a TV and a DVD player, and the DVD players it was like a brand new thing that we got. They were remote controlled, right? You didn't have remote controls of DVDs, so they were like, "Fucking, it's a brand new thing." So my mum didn't know, so she's got this DVD and she said, "Oh, let's put it in then." So what do? Yeah, push that button there. So she's pushing the button to open it. So it's open, and as she's going there, I close it.
Yeah.
Why are you closing on me?
She thought it just kept closing because it was Mark. He just kept closing it with the remote control. She'd open it and then he'd close it, and she'd open it and he'd close it, and we was doing that for ages. There was one time which was in Las Lomas, the same place where I sat on that girl's head, and I had a bag of sweets, and Mark started fucking with me. Mark is the most annoying piece of shit in the world. He just fucks with you, and the more annoyed you get, the more he'll fuck with you. So Dogecoin to the moon. Good luck, mate. Good luck. Good luck with the investing. Can you close the door, please? So,
Why is Chris?
Huh?
Who is she? Why is she calling him ugly? Mark don't like anyone. Why's she saying I don't like anyone?
I don't know.
We taking the dog, right?
She's.
Yeah, we'll take the dog later. Yeah, when I finish the stream, we'll take him straight away.
Why is she saying I don't like anyone?
I don't know.
You can stream while you take the dog.
There's obviously a reason
I
she
can
said that.
stream while I take the dog. What? I'd have to end the stream though. There's no point. Anyway, what I was saying. So, I had a bag of sweets, and Mark used to fuck with me to the point where I'd get so fucking angry that, like, I remember one time I headbutted him. I just went.
Hey,
I looked at him, and I went, ah, and I grabbed him by his ears, and I went, ah, ah, and I headbutted him in the forehead. And it probably didn't hurt him at all, but it fucking hurt me. Because it was like forehead to forehead. Boom! And my head was a lot smaller than this. That was when I was like probably 8 years old or something like that. But anyway, he used to aggravate me all the time. So I've got a bag of sweets. This time he wasn't really aggravating me. He was more playing around. But he said, give me those sweets. They're mine. I'm having them. And he tried to take them. And I said, no, they're mine. They're mine. And we started like fighting over these bag of sweets. And there was like a lollipop inside this bag of sweets. And we're pulling it back and forth like this. And then all of a sudden, we went like that. And a lollipop flew really fast and hit my mum in the head. It went donk. And it must have hurt her. Because she went
fucking mad at
she
me.
went fucking ape shit. She went,
on the lolly.
fuck, duh! And then slammed the front door and went out.
It weren't a lolly, it was one of them dib dab things. You know,
Yeah,
sherbet
that is a
thing.
lolly.
Yeah, but it weren't the lolly, it was the whole,
The whole packet. Well,
It whacked it straight in the face.
I don't know if you guys know what a dib dab is, but it's basically
Yeah,
a bag of sherbet with a lollipop inside it. You just dip the lollipop in the sherbet and eat it.
But which one of you, Owen or Champion, one of yous, is creating a shitload of Connor's dad's accounts and keep following me? Fuck's up with you? Why is he going to call himself Connor's dad twice? Connor does football and Connor's dad.
Okay, please explain this whole Connor's dad thing.
Right. This geezer, who's Owen's football manager or football coach, whatever, right?
Okay.
His son is called Connor. He's a little prick. All he does is call his dad a pedo constantly. His dad is the coach. He calls him a pedo.
What?
Right.
What? Owen calls.
No, not Owen. No,
His
Connor.
son?
Owen.
So wait, okay. So Owen's football coach
Nothing.
is.
Yeah, Owen's really nothing to do with it. It's his football coach.
Yeah, Owen's
His-
football coach has a son called Connor,
Yeah,
and Connor keeps calling his own dad a pedo.
yeah, he calls him a pedo. Yeah,
Okay.
because he's a mouthy little prick. Anyway, I don't know him. I have nothing to do with him. But all I know is that Connor's dad, is now fucking following me, right? And now Connor, I'm guessing, is following me as well.
Laura said, "Mark, have you read it? Read what?"
Yeah, the fucking names. Connor's dad, 1, 2, 3. Connor does football.
Oh, there. Fat Jack is not fat. I see it now. The joke has made it big.
Owen's proper fucking. He's arguing with himself on a chat. I think it might be him or Champion. Champion's doing it, but well, I joined at the wrong point, didn't I?
Connor does football.
Fuck's sake, mate.
Oh.
They're proper arguing with whoever it is. They're fucking arguing with each other, all on the thing. I'm just talking to you about.
It's probably both of them. They've probably got one account each.
I don't know. It's just having a wind up.
You'll never know.
Nah, it's Champion.
Well-
My Wi-Fi doesn't have the facilities for that.
The facilities. It doesn't have the facilities.
It's fucking madness. It's just all like having a chat to themselves. Whoever it is like arguing.
I don't know why I found it funny when you about that girl calling you ugly. I just love the fact you threw that little fact in there. Yeah, it was this girl, Colombian girl. She used to call me ugly every day. She was a fucking div.
Well, guess
Hey, tell him about Ingrid.
she's a fucking idiot. No, I weren't in Spain though then. That was in England. That's
She
when I
was
was
she was
and,
Colombian as well. Ingrid.
fucking annoying. It was just, I told her to fuck off so many times. It's not very nice me saying that, but she's just a little girl. But she used to keep making new accounts and adding me. I don't even know the girl. Oh, is Jose there? No, he's fucking not. He's not here. No. Who's this? Ingrid. What do you want then? Why you keep messaging me for? I'm looking for Jose. He's not here, is he? And then I'd say, look, go away. And then I'd block her because Jose said, oh, just block her. So I blocked her. She'd make a new account. And that was about 20 accounts. And then I say, look, just fuck off. Where's Jose? Fuck off. Just fuck off. And I block her and that's it. But yeah, she kept hassling.
Give them some context so they understand. You ain't
I
giving
don't know.
no context. They don't know who Ingrid is.
I don't know who Ingrid is really. I just know she gets messaging me constantly. I don't really know who she is. She's like a 12-year-old or something, or 14, whatever she was at the time.
Oh.
She's fucking hassling me over you. I know she was.
Right, okay, I'll give the context. It's a girl I went to school with. She had a crush on me. She really liked me, and even my mum as well. She used to add my mum on MSN, add Mark on MSN, because I blocked her, because she used to keep hassling me. So I blocked her. So she'd add my brother, she'd add my mum, and she kept trying to fuck. Is Jose there? Can you tell him to add me on MSN? Stuff like that. And even with me and mum went to Santa Pola one day, and we were just walking through. That's where she lived. It was the city she lived in. It was about a 10-minute drive from the little town I lived in, right? She found us in the she found us in the street. So she started. Oh shit! I've muted my mic. She started following us. What do you want?
Dog face.
She
She's
started.
just calling me fucking evil now, I'll say.
Yeah.
Did you kiss her?
Why am I evil for that?
Well, I mean, you said it yourself. You said you're a bit horrible telling a little girl to fuck off.
Yeah, but when she keeps
I gave her
hassling
a little kiss on the lips, like one or two times.
my
Oh, there you go. That's why, isn't it?
No, but like it weren't like a proper kiss. Like I'd say, "Can I have a chewing gum?" And she'd say, "Give me a kiss, and I'll give you one." So I'd give her a little kiss on the lips, and she'd give me a chewing gum. But that's about it. But I didn't like her or anything. But
Was
she
it
like
15 or 16?
nah, that was like 13,
Yeah.
something like that.
She
So
said,
she liked you
listen,
all the way.
this is 2 things though, and I've had it right now. She said, I don't like people, and I'm evil.
Oh, yeah,
Mark's
that's how
Mark's
it
moaning
is.
about you, calling him evil and saying he don't like people.
Because that's what he's like.
What do you mean that's what he's like?
He don't like anyone.
She's saying you don't like anyone. Anyway,
I don't not like anyone.
so we're walking through Santa Pola, right? She starts following me, right? Oh, hello, Jose. And I'm like, how you doing? You all right? And I'm like walking with my mum, and she's following us and talking to me. And my mum said, God, why does she keep following us? Tell her to fuck off. My mum didn't like her because she'd hassle her on MSN as well. She said, oh, fuck, now she's fucking following us in real life now. Tell her to fuck off.
It's this.
Poor girl,
Look,
man.
You have people in life, right? You have people.
For
You
fuck's
remind me-
sake.
What, fucking pedo?
Oh, fuck's sake. That's best. Oh, God.
All I know is I have a very small tolerance of people right? This is where it all comes from. I have a very, very small tolerance of people. People aggravate me. Used to be a bit more lean, laid back, and relaxed. I'm not anymore. I've got a very, very small tolerance. So if you fucking piss me off, you get told straight away. No if, buts, or maybes. It's either fuck off or you're kicking the bollocks. Basically, that's it. There's no hidden agendas, no lines in between, no nothing, no whatever. I will tell you straight.
Laura's piped up. She's saying, fuck you, Connor.
I said, why? I just said, fuck you, Connor, because he just said, oh, you remind me of... And if it's not Connor, is it?
Could you imagine? That'd be funny.
He calls his dad a pedo. Right? So, fuck you, Connor. Right? But my point is, this girl, I give her plenty of warning. I'll give her plenty of warning about like leave off or whatever, go away or whatever, and then you get told to fuck off. That's it. That's what it is. It doesn't make me evil or horrible. It just makes me right. You ain't gonna leave me alone, so I've got to tell you. So fuck off. That's it. Basically, that's what life is, isn't it? You can't.
I feel sorry for her because that girl really liked me a lot.
We should have married her then, and then I would have been all right.
Oh, I'm all right. No, but like she knew I didn't like her, but well, if I give her a little kiss or whatever, it'll make her day. Do you know what I mean? Like
Made her day. Fine.
it's a big deal to her. Do you know what I mean? It made her happy, which I felt sorry for. But poor girl. Like my mates, Ryan used to call her Bing Bang Boom. Because she was a bit overweight, so like
What do you mean? Think about myself.
So when she used to walk around, it would be like Bing Bang Boom.
What do you mean? I'm thinking about myself.
I don't know what he's on about. So this one time, right? She pulled my fucking chair out when I went to sit down at school. So I've gone to sit down and she pulled my chair and I fell on my ass, right? So I did it back to her in the middle of class. I put my backpack with the the bit that goes around your shoulder. I put that so it was like wrapped around her chair leg. So if I pulled the backpack, it would pull her chair, right? And then I held my backpack. And she sat down, and as she sat down on the chair, I just pulled my backpack and pulled the chair, and she fell backwards, and she went smash. She hit her head on the back of her head on the fucking table, bless her. And another time, she tried to kick me like this, and she did a kick, and I grabbed her leg as she tried to kick me. But I had my backpack. It was proper heavy. It was full of like books and stuff, like load of books, really fucking heavy. And I only had it on one arm. I had it on my shoulder, and so as I grabbed her leg like this, my backpack fell off my back, and it smacked her in the other leg, and she fucking fell on her ass, and the floor went boom like that, and she fell on the stairs. That poor girl, mate. That poor girl. I feel sorry for her. Who's the mastermind?
Like I said, Jose, this is the thing. Me, Champion, and Owen was here, and Owen was talking about his football, coach football, people at football. They lost 28-0, all this stuff, right? And now Champion has made 2 accounts called Connor's Dad and Connor Does Football. Because
I think Champion's a legend. That's what I think.
Because he's bored, isn't he? Obviously, he's obviously bored. He's got no fucking raps to write, so now he's writing all this. It's not me as Owen.
Is there anything else you want to say before we end the stream? Because I need to go walk the dog, and it's 11 o'clock at night, so I'm going to end the stream now. Is there any
Oh.
unsaid things that you got?
Yeah, I'm not evil. I'm not a horrible person. I don't dislike everyone.
Okay. Well, with that being said, that's that, guys. One day I'll do a stream like this. I'll get my mate Mitch on. We've got loads of stories. More in-depth type of like shit. I don't even know. Like we got up to so much stuff. It's, you know, I don't even know where to start. But it'll be an interesting live stream. It'll be like a little podcast type thing, like today's one. But yeah. I'm a link Mark's Twitch actually before I leave. Let me link Mark's Twitch in the chat. Where is it? There.
Listen, champion, you little ball sack. Whoever it is, two accounts now of completely fake people.
Well, yeah, that's that. If you guys want to go follow Mark on Twitch, there's his Twitch. Yeah, I don't know when I'll be streaming next. Maybe in a week, maybe two, maybe a few days. Who knows? I don't really stream that much anymore. But my gaming streams happen over on Twitch when I do. But recently I haven't really been streaming, so I don't know. I'll see you guys in the next stream. Thank you for hanging out. And
1 second.
Huh?
What's that?
What?
Put my YouTube thing on there.
Your YouTube thing. Well, hold on. let me get it up. That's what he said. Hold on. Why have you got the gaming one up still?
I can't get it off, can I?
What do you mean
Fuck.
you can't get it off?
Can't
You've
get
got
rid of-
you got some beats you made here. Dance with me and that. You want them there, yeah?
No.
What do you want there? Just a new video?
Yeah.
Well, you need the private or the rest.
I fucking did, didn't I? You watched me do it.
Well, you haven't done a very good job of it. Hold on, let me click on one.
You
Yeah, it
what-
works. It works. You haven't privated them. They're public.
You can do it. Right, let's get rid of that minute. Right, my name's not Silligan.
Hold up.
Private, public,
Saving private rhyme.
private.
I don't know why it doesn't let me just don't delete this. I want to watch back what I missed. All right, I can keep it up, I guess.
Right, that's
Or well, I'll unlist it, but you can find it in my live streams playlist. So if you go to my channel and you go to playlists and go to live streams, it will be there.
1 of 36. Is there another page? No.
Because I don't want to leave it up as like a video.
This is.
Because it's just me chatting shit. It's not really
What?
a video. But yeah, you can find it there.
I'll say.
What?
Check out it now. Everything should be privado.
Okay, let's see. I can still see the dubstep one.
Yeah, it's about to be changed. I didn't realise that one slipped through the net.
And the gaming one as well, I can still see.
It's all right. Stop going on about the gaming thing. I can't find it. It's on there.
I know how to find it. I'll help you.
Oh, right, I've just found-
It's in live streams, that's why.
Yeah. I've just found it right now. I didn't know there was another thing. I didn't see it.
All right,
Delete it.
mate. Right, I'll see you guys later. I'm ending the stream now. Good night, everybody. I'll see you soon. I already did.
Right,
Yeah, that's Mark's YouTube. So you guys can go and subscribe. Got to pack some orders. All right. Get to work, mate.